Why is there so much conflicting information about how to apply to medical school? It can be really overwhelming to sort through what you should and shouldn't do to effectively apply to medical school. But in this video, I'm going to talk to you about why there is so much conflicting information and what you can do about it. We need to start by talking about two types of biases. The first one is called survivorship bias, and the second is called the representativity heuristic. The survivorship bias occurs when somebody goes through something that you yourself are preparing to go through. They have something to say about how they made it, and you're more likely to listen to them because they already made it through the thing that they're giving you advice about how to make it through. The problem is the second bias, the representativity heuristic. That person who made it through may unconsciously assume that the way that they were able to make it through, the things that help them, are things that help all people going through a similar thing. So they're giving you biased information because of the representativity heuristic, and you're more likely to believe it because of the survivorship bias. And this is what leads to a ton of the information that's out there about how to apply to medical school. And that's also why so much of it conflicts, because everyone assumes the things that they did that worked will work for all people. Over my past decade as a medical admissions consultant, it's often been my job to sort through this information and help people figure out what's the best step for them to take. It's a unique privilege being an admissions consultant because I get to review scores of applications every single year. I get to look at the applications of people who applied and are working to reapply, people who are applying from different walks of life, different backgrounds, and people who are preferring different strategies and how they're applying. Every single year, at the end of the year, I get to see how it went. I get to see what strategies worked and what didn't. But I also get to think about why they worked and why they worked for individual people and didn't work for other people. So whenever I'm giving advice on my channel or whenever I'm giving advice to my clients, I'm able to substantiate it based on who it worked for in the past and how it worked and who they are and what their goals and values are in this moment. But I can tell you, if you talk to 3 different admissions consultants, if they're good, you're going to hear a lot of really similar things, but even still, there are going to be some idiosyncrasies and differences in what we recommend. Ultimately, no matter where your advice is coming from, you're going to have to make choices about what advice you follow and what advice you discard. At the end of the day, you're going to have to take your own risks. You're going to have to choose to talk about this and not talk about that in the personal statement. You're going to have to choose to say yes to this pre-medical experience and say no to this other one. There is no one perfect way. Nonetheless, I advise you to really think about why you are saying yes or no to the ideas that you hear online, which ones you think are more credible. And ultimately, if you got into medical school using some strategy that I'm violently arguing against, leave a comment and let people know that there are different ways to do it. Explain why you did what you did and why you think my strategy wouldn't work for you. The more transparent we are about this process, the more we let people into how we were thinking about it when we went through it, the better the quality of information overall is going to be.